Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Folk in Scotland. And today, you're drinking early, alcohol-free,
Alcohol-free.
healthy booze. There was minimal riots in Dundee, which is strange.
Few fireworks.
A few fireworks, but not
Because Dundee's so bankrupt,
really
we
bad.
can't have official fireworks.
That's
I work
true.
with a guy who goes, go on. Where can I go somewhere? I don't like this health and safety. He says, can I take the kids somewhere? It's dangerous. So sparklers and fire. I goes, you want to take your kids to an unofficial bonfire where there's dangerous stuff? Yeah, they need to learn. I says, do you own land? I says, you don't own land. No. I says, I think you're out of luck, mate.
Oh dear.
That's a father in Dundee.
This is very common. And I still see, now, back in the 70s and 80s, we were ignorant. And we would
still
give
are,
kids
mate.
sparklers
We
that
still are.
are hotter than an acetylene torch.
Nobody got smarter.
Mhm.
People just instructed us not to be so stupid.
That's correct.
Not a general. We've not. People think that humanity's got smarter. We've not. Just better posters.
I've described it as like, you know how if you get a fire, you could put your hand in the flames quickly?
Yeah.
Then every now and then there's a kid that leaves their hand in and they get burnt.
No, what's happening is humanity is not
Yes.
a lobster. If you put a lobster in hot water, it jumps right out.
Mm-hmm.
If you put a lobster in cold water, it slowly raises the temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Humanity is at that stage.
That's like when I
Slowly
was in
broiling.
America.
Oh,
And
let's not speak about that
I
place.
was offered to go in a hot tub.
Oh,
And it was quite chilly when I got in. And then I realised I was getting dizzy.
yeah, they're heating you
The
up.
heat-
They're heating you
They're
up.
heating me up. It's
Look,
not
We
safe.
shouldn't maybe speak about the election, but it's very odd.
Well, we're not a political show. We don't know what we're talking about, but I'm going to say one thing. There was many reasons I didn't want Trump to win, but the main one
That he's
was...
a cunt.
No, I had a very important reason I didn't want him to win. And it affects us all so importantly. That Tony Hinchcliffe would have been living in the high Andes wearing a fake moustache for the rest of his life.
Fine.
But he's fine now.
He's absolutely
fine. What a stressful election day. You think the candidates had a stressful day?
Not
Tony
just,
Hinchcliffe.
but not just him. All the rioters, they'll all be
They'll
released
be
from
fine.
prison.
They're all fine.
There's a guy saying he's in court just now. He says, "No, we'll have to delay this because when Trump wins, I'm out." They'll all get out.
He's probably right. He's probably right.
Or
Yeah.
because Trump doesn't care about anybody,
Mm-hmm.
he might just go, "Oh, fuck them," and just leave them there.
That's true.
Because you'll try and be. Look, I'm serious now.
But I'm going to be the person that's going to bring it all together. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to bring Americans back together. Because I was there, I lived there. And I did have a culture shock. Because you said something to me the other day that got me thinking that we
Yeah.
have more in common with the French than we do Americans.
100%.
And when you go there, there's fundamental cultural differences. So you go, what? It's so strange sometimes. But go beyond the politics, go beyond Twitter, go beyond the nonsense you see online, and you've got ordinary people going to work, living their lives. And that's across the board.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't care what political side
we
they're
live
on.
here. We live here. The message in American politics, like the Democrats are called communists. Jesus
it's
Christ, they're to the
nonsense.
right of the Tory party.
Yes.
The right
Yeah.
of the Tory party. But parties come and go in this country. Unfortunately, for most of my life, it's been those Tory bastards. But it comes and goes, and fundamentally nothing much changes. And it's the same in America.
It'll
Here's a
be okay.
solution. This is what I say we do. Republicans, Democrats, long line.
Okay.
From Alaska right down, where's the southernest point? Cuba, is that part of America?
No.
Tibet,
Yes.
all the way down,
Yeah.
right? They stand across from each other. Big table in front of them.
Food?
Hot dogs.
Fuck. Oh. Lady and the Tramp until they come together.
Until they come together, the kiss, that's it.
There'd be nothing.
By the time they've got through that foot long, all their animosity will be gone.
I've said this
You
before.
know, you don't know somebody till you've seen their guard reflex fucking kicking in.
I've thought of something very similar before.
Mm-hmm.
If people are fighting, right, make them stand naked and hold each other's penises.
Fair the hot dog idea.
Hold on, hear me out.
So women don't have them.
but just hold each other peanut. What?
Do they just?
Oh, lower the crab flap
Uh-huh.
and just put your hand in that spaghetti, right?
Have you ever been have you ever delivered post for the Cub Scout movement?
No.
A few times I was putting, can those letter boxes have got the moustache,
Yes.
and I was putting in the letter, and there's a dog at the other side just going. That's what doing that
That's what it
feels like.
Okay, so you have them do
There's
that.
kind of bits, the corners of a dog's mouth.
Dude, too much detail.
Similar, isn't it?
So anyway,
Mm-hmm.
you hold the penis, they let it go, you get dressed, you go on your life. But the next time you see that person, you'll go like that. Because they won't want to mention it, and they can't get into a fight because it'll come up, so they'll go like that, all right? Civility returns.
Here's another one.
That's why the Romans did it.
Every start to a session in the Senate in America,
Mm-hmm.
human centipede everyone. And then when the shit goes all the way to the end of the line,
Yeah.
because you could tie it off at the end, couldn't you? So it was a
It
big
goes on
circle.
forever.
Then they get to be,
Perpetual
he says,
motion.
you're allowed to be a senator,
Mm-hmm.
but you get to spend a day in a human centipede situation. White, black.
Isn't that the same?
Mhm.
There was some senator like 100 years ago or
Yeah.
something. I can't remember. Or maybe it wasn't even that long
Yeah.
ago. Said that you can vote for war, but you have to fight in it.
The thing about war is
That would
the people-
demotivate
the
a lot of
pe-
people.
The governments who tend to push war, their children. Donald Trump had bone spurs. The wealthy never went to Vietnam.
Have you seen Baron Trump?
Giant.
He's 9 foot
He's
tall,
Gary Barlow in him.
giant head,
Yeah.
and he walks in.
What we do?
You know the new Alien film
Yeah.
looks exactly the same.
Trade negotiations, because
Yeah.
we're out of the loop now.
Oh, we're done.
Starmer
We're done.
says, listen, fucking Trump.
Yeah.
You're letting us, you're buying our Cornish fucking pasties.
It's not working.
I'm sending him over. We're flying Gary Barlow's giant son, and him and fucking Barron just smash it out. Smash it out.
I think
Gary Barlow's son's better than
I've
Barron.
seen him, but he's wide as well.
Huge.
Barron isn't.
What's he been feeding him?
But I think Barron's got like
What's he been feeding
psychic powers.
What's he been feeding him?
It's unbelievable.
What's he feeding him?
He's a giant, but he's not just like
He's
giant.
12.
He's getting bigger. I think
12.
he's older now. He's 18, isn't he?
Is he? He
think
looks
he's
like
18.
he's honestly.
He's still got a good 10 years of growth
He's
in him.
that height where if you looked at him, he looks like he's got a tiny head because it's so.
So far away.
Jeez.
But look at the size of his head now. It looks
Jeez.
like a basket.
Jeez.
You know, like an Easter basket you would take to an
That's
old folks
too
home.
big.
Same
That's
head.
too big because Barlow and his wife aren't big. What's happened? The Barlows must come from Barlow must be a giant name back in the day.
There's something going
Again,
on.
in the days of, and it says it in the Bible somewhere, early man was big, but we've
Okay.
shriveled.
Well, I've looked
The
into
first
this.
man, Adam and Eve are 10 feeters.
That's right. This is fact.
Yeah.
But I like the idea.
Mm-hmm.
If I could go back at the time of Jesus,
Didn't exist, but
it doesn't
the time
matter.
of-
Just imagine.
Okay.
And the Romans are they're
going
causing a
about-
bit of
But
shite.
they're wee guys.
They were all 4'5".
Wee guys.
I'd just run in kicking them.
Thing is, you wouldn't
Cunts.
have able to.
How?
They trained from a fucking early age. They were tiny.
Have
but
you seen me do a windmill?
dangerous as fuck.
Windmill!
No, they're just little
Eh?
fucking calf muscles like you wouldn't have believed. They fucked you right up.
I'd put a load of fucking £1 coins in
No.
a sock.
Fucked you right up. They had that shield hedgehog thing. You'd no chance.
Goliath, right? He was 1 foot shorter than I am now.
Goliath.
I'm not sure who that
Goliath
is.
Barlow.
Goliath Barlow.
Did he not get him with a slingshot?
Yeah.
That's
were
noisy, mate.
They were that small. Have you seen a slingshot for
Fucking
real?
wild.
They are
You
dangerous.
seen one of
like-
those things you put a spear in?
Yeah, and you flick it.
Fuck.
But the only
A
version,
boomerang is no laughing matter.
the only version we have of those lever things for spears now is for tennis balls for dogs. That's
Yeah.
where we've gone.
They're not really for chucking the tennis balls, those things.
No, all they do.
They're mainly for picking them
Yeah,
up because the
injuries.
boomers kind of bend down.
Everybody has injuries by doing it.
Do
Because
they?
it flicks through your wrist and you end up
Oh.
with RSI.
You just pretend to throw some and the dog doesn't know
Dog
the difference.
doesn't know. They're fine with it. They're fine with it.
Yeah,
But I
so it's
think
a day.
it's a weird time. But I think America's going to be fine.
He put it. Well, he put.
Listen, let's be
he
positive.
put as much effort in. He just didn't put effort in at all.
yeah.
They must be handing him stuff. He's like, fuck. So that's good. So hopefully some of his policies, because there's some policies I've read, I just don't think he knows what he's coming away with.
When I was there,
He's 78, mate.
George Bush was
4-year
still.
term.
I know. It's
2 years, he'll
ridiculous.
be 80.
It's ridiculous.
Midway through the campaign.
It's too old. There should be a limit.
Yeah.
But George Bush was in power. Is it power you would call it?
But
When I was there.
But he was awful.
But yeah, now, where I was in middle America,
Yeah.
you felt like you were in an island.
Yeah.
What happened in Washington had nothing to do with.
No, you're just getting by.
You would just. Everything seems so far away.
That's not good, though.
Do you know what I mean by that?
That's not
And
good.
a lot of people, when you first travel to America, everything seems very the same,
Yeah.
but it's not.
Oh,
and
fuck no.
when in Kansas, and I thought, God, it's bad here. But what if you're in Nebraska? You have no relationship with Washington, and
No.
you know it's a strange sensation.
The whole, yeah.
You need to burp or something and make me sick.
It's just fizzy,
Oh, I can't burp, so I just have to wait.
like a seagull.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, but we'll see. Look, I didn't give two fucks about America. I'll be perfectly honest. We discussed this other day. They need a new thing. Cheeseburgers have been out for a while now. Oreo cookies is the only good chocolate biscuit they produce, and even they, I get a bit fed up with them. Superhero films have really come to the end of the line, so they need a new soft power thing.
Hershey's cookies and cream.
But the thing is, is, a fact of this is you spoke about Tony Hinchcliffe
Yes.
in the Rogan sphere,
Yeah.
and he keeps going on about the mothership.
I think Rogan's
That's
going to
all-
be in the cabinet.
But that's all shit.
yeah.
It's shit.
It's not
because
good, yeah.
the right are not good artistically. They're shit. They don't.
This is-
Now they don't produce. Name something good. It's a right wing comedian, a artist. The
Yeah.
last good artist.
Oh,
Maybe
it's
some
a
of
struggle.
those futurist guys were fucking Nazi-ish. They made some nice sculptures. The Vorticists or something. There's some mad stuff.
Oh, you know
But-
your stuff.
No, not really. My mind's addled.
You're,
But
you have a master's in
so,
that.
no,
you
but,
know.
but you know what I mean. They don't. Whereas the left, the weirdos, they produce the better
outliers,
stuff.
Yes, the outliers.
There's a guy called Critical Drinker.
Oh, I can't. I
He
can't.
is. Him and his fans are going to. We spoke about Billie Eilish. They said how they wouldn't sleep with Billie Eilish. He's shown his colours. He's like that full Trumpist.
Why?
He's delighted.
But right, as a
And he
Scottish,
says, he's like, he says, thankfully, Hollywood's time of cultural importance has come to an end. He's a film critic. And he did a thing the other day, how to make Alien Covenant better. And it's his opinion. I don't get it. Because when the right make films, it's all that religious shit. Have you seen some of those films they've been
I
making?
watch them. Some of them are wonderfully bad.
No, they're not.
Anything with Kevin Sorbo in it.
Sorbo's
Mwah.
in it. No, but they're trying to make proper stuff. That poor lassie with the muscles, she's ended up having to do a few cowboy films.
Oh yeah. Gina Carano.
Gina Carano. I loved her, but they're garbage.
Mm-hmm.
They're not good. Who's a great author that was particularly right wing?
Not too sure.
They're just there's a hatefulness to them, and
What I find is that coming from America and
Yeah.
Britain looks to America and takes this on, that your politics are your identity.
yeah.
And they can be very separate.
But the politics used to flip floppery.
If
They used to
someone's
just-
right wing in front of me, they could be my
Folk
friend.
would vote for Obama, then vote for Trump. But art wise, there's that guy that does all these pictures of Trump as Jesus. You know the guy? I mean?
Yes, yeah.
He's terrible.
It's very
He's a
strange.
terrible
Yeah,
artist.
because the art then becomes the identity of the politics. And you're like, I understand that to a certain degree, but you're meant to experiment even with your own
But
thoughts.
why are right wing people so terrible at art or comedy?
It was said of this show that we contradict ourselves all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's called a conversation.
Bernard Manning.
You
terrible.
don't get anywhere. Yeah,
Jim
right.
Davidson.
Okay, let's go down that route. Because we got rid of those racist arseholes that said, I'm just telling a joke.
We got rid of
It's
them.
just a
America
joke.
didn't. America
It's just a joke.
America used to have good
How
comedians.
dare you talk to us? We're comedians.
Yeah.
You can't dismiss it.
America-
You're racist and you're using comedy to fucking hide
Eddie
it.
Murphy was great. Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Richard Pryor, Eddie
Wonderful.
Murphy made me fucking laugh. George Carlin.
Martin Short.
Even Dennis Leary. For
Dennis
a short
Leary.
period of time,
Though,
was
even
funny.
though he stole everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to see him. Was it No Cure for Cancer?
Yeah.
That show? I can't remember. I saw
Yeah.
him in Edinburgh.
He sung some good. You're an Arsehole's a good song.
That's someone else's song.
Did
I
he
think
rob
that's what's the guy that would wank in front of people?
He's back.
No, but it's his song.
Is it?
I'm sure it is.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But there were good comedians. But these lot, they're all the same. As soon as I see somebody smoking a fucking cigar,
A cigar. Watch out. Watch out. A cigar means something now. And this is another thing that we get from America.
Yeah.
And please, American listeners, don't get this wrong. I had a great time being there. I really enjoyed it.
I've never been,
I have lots of stories.
and I'm never going.
And half of them are made up.
I've
I
gone
had it-
4 years.
I
And
really enjoyed
I
it.
will go to America when they invent another thing.
Okay, but I enjoyed
The
it.
pretzel's not American, German. The hot dog's German.
But you know what you get?
German was. Well, there was a period. Imagine if America had gone down the German route.
They were very close.
Very close.
They used to Zeke Heil instead of
Yeah.
putting their hand on their heart.
Conan O'Brien was on. There's a Conan O'Brien show I watch, and I can't watch anymore because I quite like Conan O'Brien, but I've realised small doses he's fine. If you try and listen to him once,
Clips
he's
are great.
fucking awful.
Yeah.
But he's with Tom Hanks, and the place. This is part of the reason the Democrats lost.
Okay.
Because Tom Hanks and them were just going on about where they lived and how they all lived there in this canyon and their big houses. And
Oh.
he said, "You mollycoddled fuckers, you do
Yeah.
not realise." But at the top of their canyon in this hilltop
Okay.
was a Nazi camp at one stage. It got shut. So it was this pro-Hitler thing they did
Oh, God.
before the Second World War, because there's a lot of people that were wanting. They came. There's a lot of Americans went back. Hitler put out the call for the Germans, the Greater Germans, and they came back. And there was American troops fought laddies with American accents that were in the
That's
Wehrmacht.
right. That's right. Yeah, it's crazy.
But
Now,
Tom,
wait, hold on. This is I'm going to fix America, and I'm going to tell you how it's happened. America, you're fine, but here's where some area you fell down a little bit.
they need. I keep telling you this.
Yeah.
They need to invent a new thing.
But hold on, I've
But
got
what is
I've got
it?
better. Everything means something, and everything has a name. Now that sounds silly,
Oh, hold on.
but everything. If you take up, say, skateboarding, but you carry a book, they call you a fladingibist.
Okay.
There's a name for everything. You can't just do shit without it being quantified, put into a little pigeonhole. And then everything means something.
Okay.
So like that, there's a little cigar comes out so you know what side they're on. They go to the gym. That means that you're right wing.
Yeah.
This is all nonsense. Take away all the symbolism in everything. Not everything has to have a meaning. Just enjoy life and get on with it. It doesn't have a meaning. Not everything has a meaning.
That's what old Crispin said from Kula Shaker. He was taking back the swastika.
No, that's giving it meaning of the sun. No, not everything has to have a
Okay.
name and a meaning. So when I went there,
Uh-huh.
I had long hair,
That was a long
but
time
I
ago.
was a
Tom,
surfer,
mate.
and I would play. And they went, "What one are you?" I went, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You do a bit of everything. What one are you?" You need to be pigeonholed, and this is you'll see on. And I thought this was just like American films, but when the kids I knew, they went to school, they all had their groups. They had
Yeah,
their,
well, like Americans.
but you don't get that here.
I'm an atheist, but people don't go about going, they're an atheist. In America, is an atheist movement.
Yeah, well, people came around to the house to meet me because they'd never met an atheist before. It was very,
Here's one.
yeah. I think I fixed America. You're welcome.
Oh, it's a nice place. You've really sorted it right out. Thanks. We give them the buttery.
Oh.
We say America. You call it the butter dog. The buttery dog.
The McButtery.
The McButtery. No, don't. No,
No, you
corporate.
don't want no corporate.
this is
It's got to be for no
grassroots,
symbols.
Grassroots.
It's got to be for people.
They get
biscuits and
they
gravy.
get a buttery, split in half, put some
Yeah.
sauerkraut in it,
Oh,
a bit of curry. Maybe that's what America
Oh,
needs. Curries.
wait, right.
Bit of spice.
There's a problem. There's a
They
problem.
don't like curries.
They're scared of curries. Right. I knew one girl, and I've done this story before, but I'm doing it again
Yeah.
because it's important.
Because they're more Chinese food than curries.
There was
aren't
nothing like that where I was.
they? No
So-
Chinese food.
No, it was just all fast food and that. So what you had, right,
Uh-huh.
is this attitude, oh, it looks like a baby's nappy, a curry. I'm not eating that. It's disgusting, dirty food.
But they eat like
Hold on.
mince.
One
a
girl,
sloppy Joe.
she was so racist in the thing she said about curry.
Uh
And I said, we're going for a meal.
huh.
There was a girl living with it, it was her sister. So we went for a meal.
Mm-hmm.
And she was huffing and puffing. And she tasted it. Finished her plate. And she went, that wasn't bad. In secret, on a Monday when she was off work, she would go and try a different curry and wouldn't tell anyone.
An idiot, though.
They were idiots. I'm not denying that.
That's an idiot.
But she couldn't tell her husband.
When I worked at NCR,
That's true.
I used to bring a bento box with my food,
Yeah.
and they said I was homosexual.
Yes. This is common.
While they all just ate ham rolls.
That's it.
And one day I'm going, and there's a guy emptying something into a bin, and I goes, "What are you doing, mate?" He said, "The wife's made us this food." He says, "I can't eat it in there; they'll take the piss."
Yeah. That's what happens. That's right.
That's pressure.
That's it.
Why I think people get big decline in America, but the problem is the money they have had, and they've gone over the top. They've peaked financially. You know
Okay.
they have. It's a slow decline, but they've just not put the money into their education. This untapped people.
That's
It's
the weird thing, though.
There's people said that partly why Germany lost the war is because women. No, you're in the house having babies.
I saw the schools.
Yeah.
I saw what's demanded of kids and how they're taught. It's really good. And I'm not just saying that. It's
Well,
fucking
not all of
great.
it is.
No, hold on. It's great. And they really do capture kids' curiosity. And these were poorer schools.
Oh,
and I
did you?
saw one that was a really wealthy school.
Right.
And they were actually so close. They were similar.
Right.
But something happens. And I don't know what happens
Mhm.
by the time they get out at 18.
Yeah.
Curiosity is absolutely
They
annihilated.
graduate.
They don't care anymore. It's like they just reject their. And I just don't know what happens because when you see kids in an American school, there's no this perceived stupidity that I found in adults is not there, and I think it's a bit of an act. I'm telling you, there's a bit of a fear of not
Standing
intelligence. Maybe where I was, yeah,
I've always thought life is not a box
and I was
ticking
surrounded by
exercise.
fucking
Do
smart
Americans
people.
maybe a little bit that they need to tick the boxes? They want the picket fence. They want that. They want this. They
Maybe.
want this.
And we're just ignorant talking like this, but I was
no.
I was surrounded, and this is not a joke. I was really in a poor area, and I was surrounded by people who would have excelled at university. They just had a way of perceiving life,
Yeah.
but that wasn't open to them, and
Well,
they went, "I
but
wouldn't go there."
Well, that's exactly.
They
what
didn't
I'm
want
saying.
it.
But that's
They rejected
That's not
it.
accidental.
Yeah.
That's a plan.
Yes.
That's a breeding stock. That's what you've done to your nation. You should have access to affordable health care. And they've
I agree.
trained their nation to not want it.
I was surrounded by poor people that couldn't afford health care for their children.
they
They
don't
were
want
struggling, and they thought it was the most communist.
That means they've been trained.
Yeah.
That's a propaganda.
They don't want it.
But the evil Soviets are gone.
But I was saying to them, the differences between me and you pay more for your taxes than I do,
Education.
but you see nothing for it.
University is dear here. In America, it's wild.
It's so expensive, and I was surrounded by fucking smart people, smart, interesting, curious people
But there's
that
some-
just wanted, and they were experimental in their thoughts. They were interesting.
Is it the vastness of the country?
Oh, they could be.
It's difficult to. It's like there's a problem in China. The big not good population they once had, but there's so many Chinese people. You're like that. I'm like, you could be noodling. You go, I'm such a great guitar player.
Yeah.
There's a billion better guitar players. Is that what's a problem in America? Is it almost too big?
No, I don't think so. Because
No?
it was. I went to. There was this.
But you can be the most powerful man in America when you're an idiot and you're not even trying.
I think the world is guilty of that. I think it kind of can happen anywhere.
But politics shouldn't allow that.
Oh no, that's the American term, checks and balances. That's meant to be.
But
in
we've got
place,
some
but-
real idiot politicians
Yeah,
here as well.
absolutely. They
As
shouldn't
a
be
woman,
there.
Laura Trott, my God.
And the thing is, we can talk like this about America because we are essentially the failed version,
We're the
and everyone
breeding,
buggered
we're,
off.
we're the breeding stock.
We got it
We're
wrong.
the ones that didn't have what Americans have got. It's got them across that water in the leaky boat. It's stupidity.
Stupidity.
And the stupidity means bravery.
No, I found them
Those
to
stupid
be
people are very brave.
smart, artistic,
Yeah.
interesting people.
Uh-huh.
And here's another thing. if you are artistic and stuff like that, you are not put down for it.
No.
No,
I think you were in a strange place.
no. This was across the board.
Why did you actually leave
What, the house?
to go to America?
I was in America. I'm sure it
I
was.
watched a documentary some time ago.
It was America or France. I'm not sure.
And they convinced these people they'd gone into space.
I know.
I think you
No, I left the house.
I think you thought you were in America, but you're in some area in the Dutch. Putting
Oh,
on
it could
American.
be.
Can some Europeans have that American sound?
Yeah, it could be. I could fall for stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you
But
could.
honestly, I'm not exaggerating.
Ah.
It was really interesting. And the fact that someone was in a band
Uh-huh.
that we knew, they weren't treated like, oh, you're wasting time. Everyone just said, yeah, they're a musician, they're in a band. And if they
Ah.
put on a gig, everyone went. It's very supportive. We don't have that here. We hate each other here. If you try and do something
Oh,
here,
I think that's a good thing.
you're
though.
hated.
I do think it's a good
No.
thing.
I had people I know when I started a business going, why are you doing that? It's just going to fail. It was just, what do you think? Get a
You know
job.
what I think happened?
What?
I think you're a negativity sponge. Listen to me. Listen.
No,
You
I
went-
don't
listen,
think- I don't.
listen.
I don't think
You
I-
went across to America
Yeah.
and you were in Kansas,
Yeah, Kansas,
Nepal,
the same place.
and everybody around you was a shit kicker.
Okay.
They're all chewing and backy and that. They're
I
all
was
like,
in the middle of
they're-
a very
they're,
big
li-
city.
they're all like the Whitakers. They all
Okay.
hated each other.
Okay.
But you just sucked all the negative. You were like that cat, the thing out cat's eye. And you
All right.
sucked all the
brought it
negativity
back
into
to
your
you.
body
Yeah.
and you brought it back here.
Because to be fair, since I've come back, we have
Because when
nosedived.
were you there, the 90s?
I was there in 2005.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
long time ago.
Okay. Hmm.
In 2006,
Dundee
Right
did
through.
go downhill at that point.
that's when it started.
Yeah.
I kind of blame myself.
Yeah, sponge.
But no, I would tell you,
Mm-hmm.
even now with all the craziness in America, that's not America. Go and you'll. And here's another thing: you will never meet a politer, more engaging
Oh,
people.
no, but politeness is not necessarily a good thing.
No, I'm not talking.
It's polite.
No, we're not talking in shops. We're not talking. I'm talking in conversation with
Oh.
people you like. They always.
Well, you watch that Beard Meets Food. And
Yeah.
if he goes into a place here,
just get ignored.
he goes into America, there you go, guy.
No. I'm not talking about that.
No.
I'm talking about people that and you.
Oh.
And they always keep a level of civility, which just breaks down with a lot of people you know here.
You do know why, though.
Why?
They're armed.
Nobody.
Best not to be rude to
nobody I
somebody
hung
that's-
around with had a gun.
No.
Not one person, which is unusual.
They were in walking distance from a gun.
Oh, the guy across from us. Oh,
Somebody's rude
bang,
to
bang,
you.
bang,
Somebody's
every
rude to you. You're like, okay,
Oh, you don't.
Jimmy Bob.
You
Can
don't
this
cut
issue-
people off in the
Can
traffic.
this issue with
and
the
that.
corridors?
Yeah, you'd sort that
In
out.
America, that wouldn't happen.
That's why we couldn't have guns here.
Pull a gun out.
Half the population would die
One
over
day I'll
parking
get,
spaces,
I'll get my oiled Luger.
and the other
Wheelie,
half
but
would
no.
die by looking down the hole.
The UK will go into an open civil war. I've told you this before.
Mhm.
It's wheelie bins. Wheelie bins not being removed. Wheelie bins on the street. That's going to be the breaking point.
I went
It's wheelie
to
bins.
a
Some
shooting range.
cunts.
What?
I was in my car
Yeah.
and my brown bin was sat outside my house. And this group of people, students, were coming
Mhm.
down my street. And I saw one of them open my brown bin, put a can in.
Oh.
I hopped out and says, retrieve your can. And I
And
made
did
them
they?
do
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
good. Now, I went to.
I would have went into the Marshy machine.
Here's the problem with guns. I don't want to live somewhere I have to have one. And if I was staying longer where I was,
Is
so
there
there
some
would have been a
places
shotgun
you have to have one?
where I lived.
No, but is there anywhere
It would
a
have been
small
wise.
town where you're
Yes,
obliged to? I
You're
think-
obliged to, but they don't enforce it.
No.
But there is that. Now, I went to the gun range. I went a couple of times. And you could pay a certain amount and you get like one shot in the big guns or a few. And 50 caliber, right?
Okay.
I didn't get the Desert Eagle, but there was loads of
Yeah.
guns and that. And they were all okay.
Bit fetishizing it, isn't it?
Well, it's fun. I will admit that. It's fun shooting.
I would carry a gun on
Tommy
one
gun.
purpose.
Cool
Blunt.
as fuck.
I'd love a blunt. The thing about Tommy gun, they go up.
Oh, they're
Dangerous as fuck.
dangerous as fuck.
Yeah, dangerous.
Because they're a 45. There's nothing
Yeah.
complex about
No.
them. But yeah.
Giant blunderbuss. You can
Brilliant.
fill it with fucking crab shells and
Well,
shit.
I got the black powder gun to shoot,
Oh,
and that's
wonderful.
essentially that.
Oh, it's been
And I thought, this gun's from hundreds of years ago. This will be
They'll
easy.
still kill you.
I didn't cry.
No.
I felt like it. What a fucking gun. I think they filled more shit in it just to have fun with a foreigner.
Yeah.
But I'd been shooting before, so you get guns, handguns and that, and you're
Yeah.
like, nah, here's
But
some cool
joking
guns.
aside, there's a few people I've chatted to, a few fans, and they're genuinely quite worried and upset.
I know.
So it's easy
awful.
enough to
We're
say-
trying to make it better.
But it just depends how it goes. If he's absent-minded and foolish, but the last time, this is the last time we'll speak about this. The last time he came into power, he had they spoke about the adults in the room,
Mm-hmm.
and he surrounded himself with old hands that were like, "Get me there."
Okay.
And over the time, they resigned.
Mm-hmm.
All of those people have largely said he should not be allowed power again. He's fucking awful. Those people aren't here this time. This time, it's fucking Elon Musk and Robert Kennedy Jr.
He's been put in charge of women's health.
He doesn't believe in vaccines. No, Elon Musk's going to get NASA.
If they hand him NASA,
Of course he will. Why
this
would
is
they not?
madness.
Why would they not?
Madness. Did you see his fucking robots and
It's all shit.
his robo-taxi?
He's an imbecile.
It's all fake.
But Joe Rogan said, "Oh, they're magnificent and powerful." I'm like, what are you talking?
Joe Rogan, what job's he going to get? Minister for Health. Is there a minister?
As he
Is it-
spoke about, would he go? He wouldn't go that.
He wouldn't go.
He likes to still pretend he's not
I liked it
political.
until the last minute. He never endorsed him. Then he did. He endorsed
he
Trump
knew
at
he
the
was
last
going,
minute.
did he?
Oh, he endorsed him. Yeah,
I know he
take
did,
that-
but
he
at the last minute.
At the day before.
I'll tell you when I knew Trump had
Coward.
won, because there was a Democrat guy on, an old guy, an old hand,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like that. If only we had a bit longer for Harris. And I could tell by his eyes. I thought he knows. He knows the polling day. They're fucked. They're fucked.
I didn't know. I thought it was going to be very close.
Like, she got them.
And I was watching it, but she got absolutely trounced. Like,
Next time they need to get a young person.
yes,
It needs to be younger than 62,
mm-hmm.
and sadly needs to be a man,
Who's smart,
smart,
who's quick.
quick-witted, and just a bit of that populist edge. They need to think to themselves. Tom Hanks, not so much.
Jon Stewart.
Oh, Jon Stewart's pretty solid. I like Jon Stewart. But what does he do?
He wouldn't do it.
He's speaking. No, he's too old.
He's too
He's
old.
speaking to the converted. But they need to. The Democrats forgot they were the working class party,
Yeah,
and all they thought was Beyonce.
it was
What?
madness.
It's stupid.
And you did point something out. They insulted the
difference was
Yeah,
the Democrats insulted Trump fans. Clinton did the same.
Mhm.
Big mistake. Called them garbage. Now, there are Trump people who are utter garbage. They're wackos.
absolutely. Yeah.
But these guys, they're not garbage.
Of course.
They think, oh, I'm not doing well under this setup.
Yeah,
Trump's maybe put more food on my table.
that's right.
But the
So to demonise
but
them is
the Trump,
dangerous.
The Trump really picked on
Mm-hmm.
but he said Kamala Harris an idiot. She's
Mhm.
low IQ. He picked on various individuals. He did pick on foreign people,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't pick on voters, like Democratic voters.
Yeah.
He didn't.
So
And as I think we've said as well, they said, oh, this is the thing they don't understand. It's not very pleasant, but it's the truth. They said, Puerto Rico is a pile of garbage.
Mhm.
There's Puerto Ricans in America who go, it is. That's why I'm here.
But that's the problem. You've
That's
got to
the
be careful.
American thing.
Yeah.
They think that because they're non-white, they're going to just vote automatically. Somebody told me years ago, poor area of Glasgow
Mm-hmm.
had voted Labour since the fucking first brick was put in the buildings.
Okay.
Or Labour through and through. They voted Labour every time. Labour didn't have to fucking bother with them.
Yeah.
Guy says the best place was a dump.
Mm-hmm.
Best thing that area could do, vote Tory during the Thatcher reign. Thatcher being like that, holy fuck.
We've got
They
to
would
keep
have
them.
turned there, they
Yeah.
would have thrown money and
We've
tidied
got
it
to
up.
keep them.
You can't have it, so you're guaranteed someone's vote. It's terrible.
No,
It's
and
the-
you should change your vote. You shouldn't just be set into a dogma,
Yeah. It's
an
4 years.
ideology.
It's 4 years. John Stewart did do a good thing when he explained it.
And he said,
Didn't
everyone
he?
calm down.
Calm down.
Just calm
4
down.
years,
It's going to
I think
be
it's
fun.
going to... I still believe, in my heart of hearts,
Yeah.
humanity is going in the right direction.
Okay.
We're getting better. I genuinely think so. And on that road, think about things. Just think about people, how they treat other people.
Right.
There's gay marriage. Being gay is nothing anymore. It's so boring. Sam Smith can't be gay anymore. He's got to be pansexual. He's got to be someone extraordinary. Because gay is so boring.
Normal. Which it should
Normal,
be. That's great.
Perfect.
Normal and boring.
We're going in the right direction.
Yes, I agree.
So, but in humanity's fucking endless fucking trump forward, there's going to be potholes, there's going to be slip-ups, there's going to be unpleasant people. You can't fix it. But if you squint, when
know
you look
who-
at something,
You know who persists?
Yeah.
You know who keeps going?
us,
The working man.
you're working,
The
man.
working man. That's me, not you.
No, I
the
work,
working
I work.
man.
Yeah,
You barely.
yeah. But
Messages.
Yeah. Look, oh,
That's our politics. And we
but
just,
it's a positive mood.
I wish the best for America because I loved it there. I really did.
But like I say, America PLC, try a little bit harder.
Because a lot of
It's
people
been
want to
a
say,
while.
see America. Nah, it's fine. Go.
I tried
You'll have a good
I tried
time.
a McRib, and I'll be honest with you, not much good. So they need to pull their finger out their
But
arse.
you've not had biscuits and gravy.
I don't want to.
It's fucking
I've
great.
had biscuits and gravy.
But it's great.
I've had
when I first
mince
went,
and tatties with a dough ball.
yeah, but it's not mince and
Gravy's
tatties.
white.
Yeah,
I'm not eating that
it's
shit.
beautiful. And
No,
there's
it's
loads
not.
of pepper in it, and
Oh,
you get some
shit.
spicy
It's awful.
sausage.
Slop.
No, it's great.
Slop.
Poor people food. See,
If-
that's why you're angry.
No,
Poor people
if I
food.
want to eat slop, I'll eat my own slop.
Poor
Thanks
people
very
food
much.
from
I'll
around
eat
the world.
stovies. Slop.
Poor people food from around
It's
the world
white,
is the
mate.
best food.
It's not gravy.
It's
It's
flour.
slop.
It's called gravy.
Slop.
When I first heard about it, I thought it was Bistone Penguins. But
Aye.
then I realised
And what's
it was
the biscuits made out of?
It's like it's sort of like
Softies.
butteries, yeah.
Aye.
But it's great.
No, it's not. Gravy should be brown.
Cornbread.
Cornbread's lovely.
It's just the name. It's not gravy. It's just the name. Cornbread and you and
it's
a
not the
turkey.
name.
It's just the name. It's not
But you
gravy.
spoke about everything as a name.
I'm saying no. It doesn't matter. No, I'm saying it doesn't matter about the name. I just said it
remember
doesn't
how
matter.
in Roseanne they got into
Yeah.
some money and they opened a Sloppy Joe shop?
Yes.
Have you had a Sloppy Joe?
Don't know what it is.
It's mince in a roll, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
I think so.
I didn't know.
Is it?
Never had one.
I've always wanted a White Castle burger. Have you had a White Castle
Nope.
burger? No.
They're the small ones.
They're boiled in onion.
Oh, that sounds nice.
They're sloppy.
I never had. The only place I went was Sonic. And I got jalapeno poppers and the Sonic, I think it was like lime and raspberry thing of drink this big, and it tasted like chemical. It was awful.
So this high.
It was
Just
huge.
It was huge. A
didn't-
Slurpee and all that.
It was just huge.
giant.
I didn't like it. But you know, anywhere you go in the world, get the local poor food. It's the best
Oh,
food
yeah.
you'll get.
Chitlins.
Just is.
What's a chitlin?
It just is. I'm
What's a
always good at
chitlin?
that. I have no idea. Never heard
I'd love
of
a
it.
chitlin. It just
What
sounded
is it?
good, a chitlin.
You just made it up.
No, I'm sure.
You're not helping
Sure, I
anything
saw
on
a
this show.
cowboy eating a chitlin.
What?
A chitlin. I'm
Stacey
gonna look up.
King.
I'm gaved it.
Stacey, we fixed America. Stacey King.
Yeah, come up with a new thing.
Morning mofos. As a grown man, I have got back into watching wrestling, AEW, over the last 3 years. It's got me thinking about theme tunes. So, what would your and some choice mofos theme tunes be now? I'm not going to say anything further, but theme tunes are happening. I'm just saying. We've got this,
It
Which
says
I-
here it's chitterlings,
right?
sometimes spelled chitlins. Oh, this is right up your street.
Oh God, what?
This is what you say. I'm like,
Okay.
This is a man. He just said to me, "It's a poor, it's
Poor
a common
people's
man.
food.
I want to sit down with my
Yeah.
brothers in other countries."
Yeah.
Chitterlings,
Yeah.
sometimes spelled chitlins,
Sounds
are the
good.
large intestine of domestic animals. They usually come from pigs, but also from cow, lamb, goose, and goat.
I've changed my mind.
Preparation. Disease can be spread by chitterlings.
Now it sounds tasty though.
Mhm.
Anything that gets disease, you know it's going to be
Chitterlings
flavoursome.
are often soaked and rinsed thoroughly, cool water, and repeatedly picked clean by hand because you have to remove the shite.
Oh my God.
They then turned inside out, cleaned and boiled, sometimes in baking soda and water discarded.
But I'm
So-
curious now.
I'd eat it. No,
Yeah, I'd
I'm
eat
a
it.
peasant, man.
I'm a peasant.
I love
I'd eat it.
liver and onions.
So let's get back to what I was talking about. There is going to be a new theme tune
Okay.
to this show.
Okay.
It's done.
The concern is, mate,
Yeah.
I used to listen to a... How did this get made?
Okay.
A film show.
Okay.
Not The Critical Drinker. Even
No.
they go on there. And they had a great theme tune, but they changed it. It's never been the same.
It's never been the same. Now, the problem is though, I got this off the internet and someone put it up and said, Anyone can use it for any reason they want. I'm too embarrassed by it. It's just silly. So that's why I used it.
So we've got a custom made one.
So we have a custom made tune that's really good.
Okay.
And I'm working on new titles to sort
Is
of
Lulu singing in it?
boost the show. No.
Have you heard Tom Jones? 84.
Still going.
He was singing with the Blind Boys of Alabama. What a voice!
Good.
Dunking your cock between hookers and washing mouthwash.
We're getting your son to hold the cup.
Keep that voice fucking
No.
going.
No.
Going.
So we don't really have theme tunes for anyone else,
No.
but we have a theme tune for ourselves. And this will be happening relatively soon because I've not had. I've been very busy recently, so I've not had time to.
Not enough time.
It's called work, mate. It's called work.
I work.
Not really.
Yeah.
You kind of don't. You turn up.
I do work.
Chris Shadowins,
Oh, God.
Mick Shadowins. I do.
Okay.
Good morning, dudes. I just wanted to say thank you to Goron. He'll know why. Cheers and have a good show. What have you done that's nice?
I've invented a machine.
Oh my God.
You know that dental alginate?
Yeah, yeah.
I was able to make a cast.
Makes you gag.
I was able to make a cast of a certain something.
Oh, I shouldn't have used that term.
And he's using it to stir his tea.
You're a given person.
Yeah.
It's thin enough to get in a cup.
No,
Not-
he needs one of those big.
Not me. No, not me,
big
mate. Not
some-
me. Nah, you put that in too late. Not me.
But yours is wide but very, very flat. Like a
Yeah, it looks
like
like
a pancake.
it's like a 10 pence piece on the ground.
Yeah. Difficult to pick up.
Yeah, that's the
Trying to
one.
get your nail. You have to move it over a cobble seam.
I just run against the wall for thrills. Fair Fight 14. Morning, guys. Are you excited about filming in Dundee by James McAvoy to his new movie?
We're
For
in
his
it.
new movie.
We're in it.
Are you going to try and be try your best to be in the
We're in
background
it.
as random public or even get part as extras? Cheers, Retro Boxer.
We're in
Now,
it.
I saw a picture of him. Someone going, "Hey, pal, let's take a picture," and he's like, "Fuck's sake, fucking."
He's
Dundee.
beefy. He's
He's-
buff.
Is it just fat?
No, he was in another film, a remake of far better European film
Okay.
about a murderous guy.
P.S. VR, 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 VR,
Okay.
VR, 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 VR. Just so you don't forget for Monday. Come on, guys. What's the delay? Go
I've
on.
always said I would do it.
Will I do it then?
Oh, let's
Will I
do it.
bring it in?
We'll do it.
Okay, I'll have to set it up.
No, we're already in it. We're the henchmen. I know. Tell you,
Are we in? Oh,
I
God.
went along and auditioned for it.
Right. A double audition.
Yeah, I took the cart with us and put a hat on it. And
They
so
don't know.
They thought it was you.
They don't know.
Hey, we're going to be in it. There's going to be a few stunts.
A what?
Stunts.
Oh, stunts. Excellent.
There's going to be someone on. Have you seen the bit in Xander Cage, Triple X,
Yes.
when he has
I
to
love
fight?
those films.
He has to try and stop a washing machine on wheels. It's
That's...
going-
Yeah. That would be...
so you get surf over to it.
Okay.
When
That
I
was-
was when we
A
drove.
guy died doing that stunt.
Oh, it's great.
You know when he was getting dragged with
Good.
the parachute?
Good.
The guy was put right into the bridge. It
Good.
killed him. Why would you say good?
When we
That's
were
awful.
dropping off our American cousins
Yes.
in St Andrews,
We drove them across. We made sure they were
well,
far
get
enough
them
away.
far away.
Making sure.
He was looking wistfully to see, and he started naming. You know how they say that an Inuit has 1,000 names for snow?
Yeah.
You've got that much for waves.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know.
He says, that's a mumbler.
I didn't.
That's a futret.
I didn't use that.
That's a
term.
winkler, there one. Oh,
I just
look
said.
how the cascade comes down
No,
the,
there was no
the
waves.
Dawnplex.
I just said.
He says there's a billow in the hay.
There's.
Oh,
It's.
and I looked
It's
across
building.
and his wee 10 pence
Pence
piece.
penis.
It was like 2 10 pences
10
start.
pence penis.
10 pence penis.
Ian
I
brought-
thought he was going to stop the car and just fucking go
I
for
would love to, but I
You
would
imagine?
drown with this leg now.
it. Yeah, you would drown.
But I would love to.
Phil,
My
just
boards are
Phil.
sitting there.
Oh.
I've got my old board
Could you
from.
motorise them?
You do get them, but that's horrible. Why would you have an engine in anything in the water? Just get out and surf it up.
Yeah, I know what you
great.
mean. I know.
Don't want an
I know.
engine.
I hate jet skis.
I hate them.
They're honestly the worst thing ever.
Hate them. And the worst thing is, there's no laws on how old you need to
No.
be. So you see 40-year-olds on it like a
No.
900cc
You'll see-
bike in the water.
You'll see doing it at the fair, everybody's we've got binoculars and I'm watching all the fucking dolphins, and then these jet skis go right through the middle of them.
And the jet skis, the problem is with them, they do cut out.
Yeah.
They are a problem.
Yeah.
And people go out on their own.
They
and
fall off them and difficult to get back on.
They can't get back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 guys drowned and they were getting sucked off out to sea.
Well, that's why they drowned.
Yeah.
They should have swam. Ian Rockcliffe.
Down, 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 down,
I don't know if we could be copyright claimed on that. Morning
we?
Folkers, I don't know. For singing, you can. I must be getting old now. I was asked for life advice from someone a lot younger than me. I tried to think of something profound to say, but in the end told them 2 things. Spend less time on social media and it'll... hold on. Spend less time on social media, it will only make you sad. 2, don't be a cunt. What would you have said? You know what? There was a programme about that, and it was people in their final days, and they were saying, what's the advice? And they were like, enjoy shit and don't be a dick.
Enjoy shit, yeah.
Essentially, just enjoy things. Don't worry about others.
And get yourself
Don't be a
a
dick.
well-oiled Luger you can wrap and put under the flare box.
Why is it a Luger? That's putting you in a direction.
I just had a dream. Well, I went to a
Tommy
gypsy
gun.
woman years ago, and she told me my future. And it involved a Luger and a shootout. No, a piece of advice: never trust a fart over 50 years old.
Oh, I'm fine.
Never trust a fart.
I'm fine. Oh, over 50 years old. You know when you shake, do an extra couple. You always need an extra.
Oh no!
Pull
I've
it.
discussed this before. It's
Get it.
it's a Hugh Laurie.
You've got to.
You grab the root and you squeeze forward like milking a goat.
No, it's behind that. Just sort of push it, and a jet comes out, and you went, "Oh fuck, that could have come out at any time of the day." That's what happens.
you
Apparently
didn't
to
want-
other people.
because the threepenny bits are terrible.
Oh, they're all, no, it's
Cape Ross tells me
Oh God.
when he goes for pee, he always has a little square of tissue paper, and he just gives the slightest dab on the tip.
I don't think I've ever wiped.
Just what he wipes his.
Do you have to
penis.
wipe your
No, I
penis?
don't. But no,
Is that coming for me?
well, it's no
Fucking
self-drying. If there's a bit of moisture there,
You just go like in
That's-
a circle, and then
okay.
it's all,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
clean off your
Okay.
chin and you're done.
uh-huh.
How'd you do it? Don't wipe.
No, I don't wipe it.
There's
no.
nothing left.
Cape Ross does just a wee.
Just-
He gets the tissue and he twists it, and it goes right in like a pipe cleaner.
I've often thought, you know how you're formed young, and I told you I was at that sale, and I went and did the sort of hay bales and was peeing. The little kid beside me came in and was peeing in his mouth.
Wow.
Do you think that's stuck with him now? Because that's quite a few years ago. That kid will be like 15 now.
He's a pervert.
Fucking hell. That worries
He's a
me.
pervert.
But why would he be doing that?
Like there'll be kids that play with their shite.
Yeah. And that just
Like,
stays.
they do a Bobby Sands kind of
Oh
thing.
my God.
I want to get the shit away.
I don't like it.
Don't want to interact with it.
No. It's bad enough that it's there. I've had to go
Yeah.
through this whole process.
The whole thing, yeah.
It's horrible.
That's one thing to think about American elections. We're all pooping. The Queen pooped.
But she had someone wiping her arse for her.
Well,
And that's not a myth.
no.
There's
Charlie
only one
does.
person. Yeah, there's only one person that gets it.
Willie
You have to
turned
be-
it down. He didn't. He doesn't want.
I don't
it.
think you get that at
No, you
that
don't
stage.
get
There's
it,
only
no.
one person. And I've heard
God, that'd be-
to get that job is
Oh,
one
no.
of the top jobs.
Yeah, 'cause
they
that-
fight over
yeah,
it.
because that's where you get the important stuff.
They fight over
Yeah,
wiping
give-
someone's arse.
Like you make sure you're well looked after.
It's
Aren't they?
ridiculous. But you imagine his fingers trying to wipe his bum.
He won't. But he wears cufflinks all the time. He can't put on cufflinks. He
Well,
can't.
that's true.
He can't pull up a zip.
Imagine getting shit in your cufflinks.
Oh.
It just, yeah. So now you mention it, it probably is needed. It's a
Yeah.
sensible thing to have. I don't think I would want that. I don't think I'd want
You
just
wouldn't want somebody wiping your
wiping
arse.
my arse.
When I was hit by a car and I was in traction in hospital for
Oh, you're going to need that. Yeah.
yeah, the nurses were wiping my arse and that. I quite enjoyed it.
No. But if you're in traction on your
Some of those
back, how do you
nurses-
shit?
I do still like the look of a nurse.
Does it just does shit still just come out if you're on your back
Yeah.
flat?
It just comes out. You have to squeeze it a bit more. They kind of lift you up a little bit onto a bedpan. But imagine in life,
I'll tell you right now.
mate, if I were to go for a shit
I need
right
two
now,
bedpans.
if I were to shit right now, I can just go anytime I want.
Yeah. Okay.
I could be shitting
Sensible.
now.
Oh,
But in hospital, if you're in traction, you have to go to the nurse in front of everybody.
I need a
I
shite.
need a shite. Okay, we'll kind of smoke in the car. We'll be there in a minute. You're like, ah! Come across with this big. The bedpans were like made out of paper mache.
Yeah, that's right.
He's fucking shitting it. I looked at it, swaddled it a bit, looking for some gold.
Well, when I had my kidney stones, I hadn't
Oh,
peed in like a day,
Oh, jeez.
and I was like, because I was drinking, going, I'll clear this out.
yeah,
So I'm
no.
just like,
I've bloated.
so I was in the side room,
Uh-huh.
and this pain is
Yeah,
unbelievable,
I can imagine.
and I'm like that. I've never felt in it. Oh, and I felt something move, just like the pain went,
Yes.
and no pain, but I felt it move through me, and I went,
Oh.
holy shit, I need to pee.
Well,
So they said, make sure you pee in one of those tube things, you know, the
Aye.
catches at the paper mache things. So
Pee
I
a
started
hole in
peeing
it.
because they wanted it, and I'm
Yeah.
peeing, and I went, I've
alright,
only
yeah.
got one.
Oh no.
And I started filling it up. So I'm like, and it was like this big, and I'm filling up, going, oh shit, what do I do? So I just peed in the
Drank it.
toilet. But there was a toilet there. So I'm holding one, and I peed
Oh.
and just kept peeing and peeing. So I flushed the toilet, and they went, did you pee in the I went, I did. And they went, we'll take that away. And they'll go, they said there was nothing in it. Well, it was in that toilet.
In the last.
Because it wasn't the last bit, there was like
Remember
double the
Hayley
amount.
Mills?
Oh,
actress?
yeah. No, she.
She drank her own piss for years.
Oh, my God.
The importance is not the first or the last, it's a midstream.
Always sounds sexy, but it's not.
Midstream. But her own.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that's
Their own
sensible.
piss.
Well, I said
You
that
know
to
how
my
to wee?
friend. No.
Never done it.
What are you talking about?
Just a wee. You get some in your fingers. You go.
What
you
you,
No?
what are you talking about?
Your own piss.
We are being filmed and recorded
Ah,
right
well,
now.
They,
Jesus
they don't
Christ.
listen half the time.
No,
they'll have zoned out at
I,
that bit.
I get away from all
You
that
don't
nonsense.
never taste a wee bit of your own shit.
You know what the worst thing is? In this building,
Uh-huh.
they don't have the things in the toilet. The
No,
little-
they just sit in the.
so
They're on the floor with the
you
dust.
pee right in the toilet, and the smell comes
Oh,
out. Oh, it makes me even thinking about it.
people
Makes
spit their
me dizzy.
chewing gum into it, and we piss.
The
you get a
only
minty
nice smell we get
minty smell.
is someone's chewing gum spat in
It's
the
a
urinal.
minty smell. Oh, it's
And a few
awful.
years ago, I went into it,
Uh-huh.
the toilets,
Mhm.
and someone many years ago was having a party here, and I went in, and someone, I don't know who,
It's shot in there.
they'd shot. There's 3 urinals, and there was a jobby in each
That's
one,
fucking awful.
and I went back into my room,
Ah,
and I was lucky enough
Shut
to
the
find
door.
a bottle, and I peed in that. I was so desperate. I had to pee in it, but I couldn't. I just had to run out.
Aye.
The smell.
who dealt with that?
Oh, I don't know. I had
It's
to,
fucking awful.
because that's a deep clean. That's a whole fumigate the place, but it was really
A
bad.
party.
That was the next day.
That was a
my
big cocaine shite.
Girlfriend, my girlfriend was here, and
Big
the
cocaine
person who
shite.
had the party, my girlfriend went to the door, and there was a little bit of pastry sitting on the ground, and she said, "You come over here." She went, "What's that?" She goes, "Oh, I'll get it later." She says, "You'll fucking clean it, fucking now." And the rage built up, and I went, "I'm going to have to move out."
Probably the shites.
And she made her, she says, "Fucking clean it. And then you get yourself into that men's toilet and fucking clean it." And she was speaking, and I was shaking. She's never spoke to me like that because I've never given her a fucking reason.
They once had a photo
So
shoot.
scared.
They once had a photo shoot in my floor, and I went into the toilet, and there was just all these models getting their makeup done, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
In the
is-
men's.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was just awful. But they had cables along the floor, and I tripped them, and they all laughed. I was getting smashed the
Oh
place
my
apart.
God.
They were just in the corridor.
Just weird people.
Yeah.
It was an odd, this building attracts the weirdest people. Not us, weirdest people. And it can be very strange, but for a period it got out of hand.
Yeah.
For a period it got
Dundee's
really
going through a little bit of a phase. It's weird in Dundee.
phase. That's
There's
what
weird
this
Dundee.
show's
There's
called.
some weird stuff.
Phase.
I went for a pie in the butcher's the other day, and the butcher was holding a knife, and he just lost his mind about leaves in the street.
Oh,
He
God.
says, "It's nobody fucking dealing with these fucking leaves." I'm like, "What?" It's like that.
There's a tension.
There is a pile of
There's a
leaves
tension.
everywhere. I says, "Well, look at it this way. At least the leaves cover all the shite in that."
Oh, yeah.
That didn't pacify
No,
him.
it didn't work. It probably made
You
it
know, in
worse.
the whole of Dundee, there's one guy goes about and he squirts all the weeds. One young guy.
One guy.
And he just does the whole of Dundee.
It's a level of disappointment. Like when I came in this morning, I thought you bought me another coffee.
two.
But you just never cleared the place out
No,
from.
I-
Yeah.
that means in total I bought you 3 coffees.
It's
That's
not. I'll
more
buy
than
you
enough.
a coffee.
I don't know. It's not what I was
I'll buy
meaning.
you-
You're not a big coffee guy. Ken.
I love coffee.
I bought myself today. It's coming with Amazon.
Oh. Oh, what have you got?
It's a wee fancy coffee flask, but it's this size for my wee coffees. It's got a wee lid that comes on,
Oh.
and I can go to the barista
Fill that.
and they'll put the coffee in it. So,
Oh,
because I've
lovely.
got a big flask, but yeah, you need a wee. I can't wait.
Oh.
Cost me. Yeah, it'll be nice
Well,
because
that
I love
sounds-
my
I love coffee.
love a
though.
cortado.
And I do like good coffee. It's just that
the
I'm
Spanish.
lazy when it comes to coffee.
Things the
I just-
Spanish do right: bullfighting and cortados.
see, in Spain, when you meet people,
Uh huh.
they're very like Dundonians.
I love the Spanish.
That's why, yeah, That's why a lot of British people love going to Spain because we're so similar.
Yeah, they're
We're
nice.
so similar.
They're nice.
It's I like Spain. I like Spain a lot.
Spanish, a lot of Spanish hippies. You see a lot of Spaniards
Yeah.
in Edinburgh. The kind of dreads. And
Yeah,
that.
yeah, there's a lot
just
of that.
hippy dippy.
I enjoyed it, and something I loved about the Spanish, especially, all of Europe like that, is that people would get on their mopeds and go on holidays to different countries,
Oh yeah.
and there'd be a wee
we can't
group
do,
of people.
We can't.
We can't do that,
no.
and there was maybe like 10 mates. We'd all have their wee bikes with their tents on it, and it was
Speaking of
wonderful.
political stuff, one more time.
Yeah.
So we're in a situation where America is going to put tariffs on us.
Yes,
We're not in Europe anymore.
we've got incredible tariffs, and we can't sell there.
So what are we? What,
We can't sell anywhere.
Where's the benefit?
I'm actually just saying goodbye to my business now.
Oh.
I really am. I'm at the point of just ready to pack it in.
But the tariffs will punish
We
poor
don't pay
people
the-
in America.
we don't pay the tariffs.
Yeah.
They pay the tariffs.
So prices will go up in America.
Yes,
Oh,
they pay the
fuck.
tariffs. We don't. So it's not like we're paying for these things. It's just
Oh dear.
it's like they have Chinese tariffs, but Americans pay them. It's not China paying those.
Because American now, you and I both like a lot of American stuff, Leatherman stuff, and that's very well
good
made.
stuff.
It's expensive though.
And it's a way
Is
to
it,
get more
is it
expensive.
so much? Is it cheaper in America?
Yeah, yeah. The taxes are very. It's a
Because
very
I
different
would.
way.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's like, yeah, you'll get. I remember I went in a guitar shop, just looking.
Or noodling.
Well, Fenders and stuff are mid-range. Here they're top level guitars,
Okay.
and it's just taxes. And it's the same with like British guitars. You'll get a mid-range guitar, but in America it's very expensive. But okay, that's taxes, and I get that to a degree. But
Be nice to be part of Europe at this
did
point.
someone just scream?
Yeah, it's okay though. These
They
things,
did.
These things happen.
Is there someone in here?
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. This
Okay.
somebody's up on the roof, but don't
It's not-
don't. Think
I
about
told you, even if you're storing people up there, you can't do it on this roof.
It's a
It frustrates
it's about
me.
it's about
It
hu-
frustrates me. I
it's
said,
about-
put nothing up
it's
there.
about human
And you
centre.
agreed.
It's
And you
about-
said, everything's really light. That dog basket is still there.
What
That dog basket could hold 2 people. I don't know where you fucking got it. I want it out of here.
That's for sale.
Who's going to buy it?
Somebody with a big dog.
But if it's been there for years.
It's been there for weeks.
Years.
Weeks.
We've been here a year and it's been sitting up there a year.
I don't hear any cracking.
Why would you have a
Don't worry.
dog
Don't-
carrier that's for like 2
Because
fucking...
I thought people sell it to somebody
giant
with a dog.
dogs.
They were giving it away.
You stole it.
No, it was just for free to a good home, so I took it.
It's free to a good home.
See, when you get a big
Means
dog,
bin.
see, when you have a big dog, or you're
You've got a
taking
person in it.
taking your missus abroad,
Uh-huh.
you'll need that.
It's not cheaper, by the way. We'll look into it.
Aye.
You're best just buying a normal ticket. It
Aye,
could
yeah.
be really expensive
Is it
taking
really
a dog.
expensive?
Yeah, it's not good. So don't do that. Don't
Aye.
think you're going to... It's like
Remember
that.
Flat Albert?
I was thinking of him. Post yourself around the world.
Yeah,
But
it
you
was-
still have to shit and eat.
But it was his bed that fell on him,
I could do that.
flattened him completely.
My girlfriend's nose is broken because of a fold-out bed. She closed it like that and went whack on her face. Metal.
That's what she's
Broke her
saying.
nose.
That's what she's saying.
Oh, my girlfriend. If anyone sees... well, you won't know who she is, but if she puts a picture up, I didn't hit her.
Oh,
She has a proper black eye.
oh.
Yesterday,
If I saw your missus with a black eye, it wouldn't even enter my head.
I had
you'd
that
hit
I'd
her.
done it, yeah.
No, I wouldn't even think of
That
it.
was probably, she's hurt herself head on me.
Yeah. Okay.
She had a little trip.
Okay.
She said it's not her new platform bunny slippers.
Oh.
They're like 3 inches. But she fell
Uh-huh.
and the walking machine, the...
Yeah, kind of. The
Wham.
closest relationship to you two, it's like those 2 guys that had the white tiger.
Yes.
It's
Siegfried
essentially...
and Roy.
You're Siegfried and
I'm
Roy.
Siegfried. I am just waiting.
Who was the one who got attacked by the tiger?
Roy.
Was it Roy?
I
They're
don't
both
know.
dead,
They're
Siegfried.
both dead now.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got fucked up by a tiger. But
Both of them are one.
I think one.
And the other one just kind of
just watched.
watched. Okay.
She's not volatile.
Okay.
She's in control. But I have seen her kick off a couple of times. And I actually took a step back. Because it's in her. And I don't have that. I don't kick off. I don't get that.
No.
But she just was fucking talking through her fucking teeth. I'll kick your fucking head in.
With these fucking-
We could bring her down. Actually, it's been said that
Uh-huh.
she'd be the ideal person to work in this building
Oh.
because she just fucking. There's no.
Yeah.
It's not like she isn't diplomatic.
No.
But she gets to the point very quickly.
Very cuts to the quick.
So do this, do
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
done.
Okay.
I think she'd be ideal for this building.
Well, we're going down the not the legal route, the
We've
correct
made
route.
the start, the correct route. We're doing it properly. We're not just
well,
screaming
that's
and shouting.
nicely, because I don't like when neighbours fall out and everything's done legally.
Yeah,
Half the time you think if you just
just
spoke about
it.
Well, I've
yeah.
tried that and it
No,
didn't
it's
work.
not working.
So there you go.
I've tried on my floor the process of just talking to people,
Uh-huh.
and they were cunts.
Yeah.
And to the point where I just saw someone the other day, and they left the door open, and they held the door open for me. Don't you do that for me? Don't you fucking
Oh.
think you're going to fucking speak to me?
I saw the gay pirate this morning. He gave me a rather.
You know what's
A look.
happened? It's the same with both of us. He hates both of us,
Uh-huh.
but it's because he's just
Sex. It's a sex
it's a
thing.
sex thing. Of course it is.
He had that hungry look.
Yeah.
The last time I was looked at that was when I saw Mark Almond in Glasgow. In
He was after
1990
you.
1994.
Well, that's good. I've never
Yeah.
had that.
No.
I've never had anyone famous sort of go, oh, I'm
No,
into
it's
you.
predatory.
I had someone who I really can't say who they are
Oh.
because they are very famous.
Uh-huh.
But they would. I had me and my mate
Uh-huh.
would go across St Andrews. He wasn't a surfer or anything. He was
I
just
like to watch.
he was a DJ, and we would go
Was he
out
wearing jogging bottoms?
to the. No, he didn't. We'd go out to
Because
the.
think about it, he did have a surfer's haircut, Jimmy Savile.
It wasn't Jimmy Savile.
Okay.
It wasn't that sort of DJ. It's sort of mixing and stuff. So we'd go across to Tudor End, and we met
Was it Judge
someone
Jules?
famous there. And she took us for a drink into a hotel that we weren't allowed in.
Oh.
So we got in because of her.
Oh.
And then one day, about 2 months later,
Was
we're
it
walking
Jackie
past.
Brambles?
Nope, we're walking past and saw her. And I banged on the window and I went, hey, silly tits. And she went, in you come.
Oh.
So we just sat all night drinking vodkas. And she had a car, this would probably give it away, but she had a car called a Lister Storm, an ugly car.
Uh-huh.
But underneath it, it's essentially a race car. And she got into it. I'm not going to say drunk, but she got into it and drove away. So I ran after her, stopped the car, went, hey, I forgot something. What is it? Took her keys, you silly cunt. And took her keys off her. So there was a Lister Storm at one point in St Andrews stuck in the middle of the street overnight.
Oh.
And that was because I was being a good
You
friend.
saved her. Okay.
She only had to drive like a street, but I wasn't.
Was that
like
old lady who was for Radio 1? She died? Or did she retire?
No, I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to say who.
Was it Robin Galloway?
No, you probably wouldn't guess because there was several Lister Storms.
Okay.
thing. I don't know what it was. A Lister Storm was a British car,
Uh-huh.
and it looked like a child drew it. It was
Right.
ugly and stupid,
Uh-huh.
but it had this unbelievable engine in it
Oh.
that you'd hear it from 3 miles away.
Okay.
And the rich and undeserving went through a phase of owning
What was the
these.
car that had like a Spitfire engine in it?
Oh yeah,
They made a thing that had a
Spitfire engine.
Merlin engine in a car.
yeah. The singer out AC/DC has one,
Oh,
and you
he's
tu-
a lovely
and
man.
and it looks like an
such-
old
yeah.
1930s
Yeah.
car, and he goes, brang, dang, 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 and this thing you can
Yeah, he's
hear
a
it for
lovely man.
10
I
miles.
love AC/DC.
ACD's a nice guy. I think
Yeah,
that he's
lovely
back in
guy.
them. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us.
Yeah. It was all we got today was that messages.
That was the messages. There was
Jeez.
nothing else.
Jeez.
There was nothing else. I think they put effort in, and I do appreciate when everyone
Some of
writes
them,
in.
the old reliables, old faithfuls.
I have been listening to you and Khaled. He says, stop moaning about Twitter and get off it.
The thing is, I was going to leave Twitter,
Yeah.
but as people said, Twitter, for all its faults, it's 300 million people on it.
Yeah.
If you go to any of the other ones, it's like just thousands.
We have about 30 people listening to us. So I'm moving to Threads.
Oh, I don't
And-
fancy Threads because it makes me think of that fucking film.
I'm moving to Threads and Instagram. I'm going to give them a go. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going there.
No
And
moving
if
to
it's Blue
Threads.
Sky and that end up on,
What's
it's
Blue
just
Sky?
that's another one.
What's
another,
Mastodon?
I think it's like Twitter.
It's all
but
the same,
not.
yeah.
So I'm just trying them at the moment because I already had accounts for them when it was opening or starting Folk in Scotland, the sort of social media
But I'm
site.
going to hang about because
When
a few
Threads
people
came
said, we need the silliness here, so I'm going to stay.
Okay,
But I'm going to reduce my usage.
I'm going to do it, but I'll let
Yeah.
people know there's a show up.
Yeah.
But I think for interaction, it'll be Threads and Instagram.
Okay.
And here's the thing. I told you, when you go on Instagram, you go and search, it's just girls with big tits.
Oh.
But because I was using it last night, it's all disappeared.
What is it?
So their default is to give you girls with big tits. But as soon as I started looking into things, it all just
So what
disappeared
if
into
I've-
surfing
so
and
if, like,
bikes.
So if a 15-year-old lassie,
Yes.
she just immediately gets
Gets
tit.
tits.
That's weird.
Or they look at your age and go, that's what you're going to be interested
give you
in.
cocks instead.
Yeah. But honestly, very quickly it disappeared.
Okay.
But when I didn't use it and I just went to search, the suggestions were
tits.
just tits. It's kind of,
I thought you were looking a
and I'm
bit tired
disappointed.
today. Yeah.
God, it's just
Got a
ridiculous.
slight shake there.
It's
You
all
scrolled too
everything AI. Girls with big tits, AI. And I was watching a thing where there's a well-known guitarist girl. She does little tunes and that.
much.
But her tattoo moves around and her fingers are not quite right. It's all AI. And I didn't spot it
Well, the
because I
amount-
wasn't paying attention.
The amount
Like,
of
my God.
people do shots of like celebrities,
Yeah.
but it's clearly an AI version of them, and people don't know.
They don't know.
Men will interact with an AI thing. Go, oh, hi, beautiful.
Hi,
Yeah.
gorgeous. That right, okay.
Oh,
We could have a new presenter.
okay.
Remember you sent me the girl version of you?
Yeah, no,
It wasn't good.
wasn't it delicious?
You landed on the right side of that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't
okay.
good. We could do that with me because I know I've never done it because I know I'm going to be a lot better looking girl than I'm a boy.
The technology's moved on a bit.
So because you were horrific.
I look like I'd be running some Welsh coal museum.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and you'd have abortions for hobby.
yeah. Just in the
You had
back
that
room.
look.
Back room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Looked like one of those murderous nurses.
you had that
Beverly
look.
Hallett energy.
Yeah.
Not good.
You had that look.
Aye.
So I could do that now,
Uh-huh.
and then everybody would be, hey, gorgeous,
Aye.
and I'll just go, whatever. But they'd
Yeah.
be listening because
Ugh.
I'm a sexy lady. Because nobody follows us for our looks.
Start buying you TVs and stuff.
My God.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, join us on Patreon for as low as $2.
Fight the good fight, everyone. Listen, it's 4 years.
Let's
That's
do it.
nothing.
It's nothing. You're gonna
COVID
be
was
fine.
3.
Exactly. You're going to be fine. Everything's going to
It's
be wonderful.
78. 2 years is a long time. That's
Should
all
we
I know.
run for some... Should we start our own party?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not in Dundee, no. If we said we'd get rid of leaves, we'd get one butcher's vote.
That's a good point. Until next time.
Ta-ra.
Later.
Ta-ra.